I have my
You're
tea.
on both.
Yeah, Sonia's got her tea too.
Keep up.
You didn't put it in the group memo.
Always have a cup of tea ready.
I mean, that is good life advice. Full stop, I'll be honest.
I suppose we'll start with how did you all find the first steps of Plaque to Basics of trying to find our nominee for our nomination?
Good.
I mean, when I started with step 2, I think I did. To be honest, finding out when they died is pretty easy. Like, that was kind of quite an easy step to do. You basically type their name into Google, don't you? You kind of get their
like
death
bits
date
of
out.
the process are made so easy for you. Like checking whether they have a plaque. Just there's a nice little search bar on the website. As long as you spell their name right, nothing else is going to go wrong.
Exactly.
Like, is that? Yeah, which is easier than it could be. So that's nice.
Yeah, I think definitely some steps are harder than others, depending on the person you're
The
wanting to
address
nominate.
step.
Step 3, which was finding their address. It was okay until I got to the booths. I found like specific information for Dorothy and for Cecilia, but for the booths, it was a bunch of tabs open. Where London gets mentioned a lot, but where in London?
No specifics.
No specifics.
I mean, we just do gentle research because, we don't have the time to do proper in-depth academic research, and I'm sure someone could find it out. But yeah, it can be quite frustrating when you can't narrow it down, even though they lived there.
That's the bit that's really frustrating when 100% they definitely lived in London, and you're like, why can't they just have a street address?
Yeah, exactly. And I found that with trying to find the specific address on one of my steps. Some are really easy. I like going on ancestry.com and all that kind of thing and trying to find addresses, and also just some Wikipedia pages or just websites actually say the address, and that's quite easy. But then there are some people that just make that bit harder. It's Dorothy Lawrence, that's the one I had to rule out. I managed to find her address and I was like, yay, so excited, I found it. And then the building that she had is no longer there. And it's all changed, and it's not in the same format. And I was like, that's the next hurdle. Then it's you find the address, they live in London, correct, you find the address, yay, and then the address is no longer there.
So it can be frustrating because sometimes I'm like, well, the ones with the less information, with things you can't just Wikipedia search their address, are the ones you want to be oh, we need to talk about them more. So
exactly, yeah. I suppose you could probably try and we could have emailed the panel maybe, and been like, we really want to nominate, we know they live in London, but maybe some of the historians on the panel, would you be able to help out? And to be honest, I'm sure, depending on timing and how much work they do,
timing and resources,
if they saw the nomination and were like, actually, we agree, this person definitely deserves something, let's see if we can help, then they might be, they might have the time to help out a bit.
I think from what you said though before, that's my one thing from this, don't get really hung up and stuck on one person. You're doing your research and you'll find other people interesting while you're doing it, and you might have better criteria for. Don't completely laser focus and oh my god, this one individual is the only person, they have to have that plaque, because they might not, but lots of other cool people will.
Yeah, definitely. And actually there was something that I can't remember who it was for. There was someone that not on the 6 that we were looking at, but that in my own time I'd come across, and they couldn't find an address in London. However, I did find stuff at an address, I think it was in Oxford or somewhere else. And then it made me think, if you can't find in London, but you can find an address elsewhere, is always have a look at the other plaque organisations, because obviously English Heritage ones only do London, which is because that's their remit. Whereas a lot of other areas have their own blue plaque schemes. So I know Oxford definitely do, Norfolk do, the Norfolk area, because I remember walking around Norfolk and pointing them all out. So you can just nominate, you could then look into that and nominate them for a different thing, just not in London, if you can't find the address. So I thought that was another avenue.
There are a lot of local history, sort of smaller schemes in the plaque thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Most frustrating bit was, I think, I mean, I guess I already said what was frustrating about it, like not like being able to find an address or like not knowing when to stop. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I get
frustrating
you.
about
Want to
everything.
give up.
And if you have your heart set on one person, it can be then quite hard if suddenly they don't match the criteria. Like, I really like the idea of nominating Nicholas Winton. So I thought, amazing person, amazing kind of work that he's done, and he really deserved. But because obviously then he died in 2015, it's like, oh, okay, well, we can't. And if you get your heart set on nominating someone and then that happens, it can probably is quite a bit like disheartening and a bit like a blow. So if you have several people that you're passionate about nominating, then it's like, yay, because then someone will hopefully match the criteria. I mean, having said this, we're making it sound like the criteria makes it really hard. It makes it slightly more challenging, but I think the criteria is there for a reason. It does make sense that it's there, and the points all are valid. Like, the having to have died at least 20 years ago does make sense, because the whole reputation thing and letting that settle and knowing that their reputation is long lasting is valid. And yeah, if you can't find an address, then where are you going to put the plaque? So that they do make sense.
Yes.
Frozen, or you guys are.
I'm back. Are you still frozen? Oh,
Is
Zenny's
Jenny
frozen.
frozen for you?
Maybe.
Oh, she's gone. And then there were two.
It's like we're doing our own nomination process.
Yeah. Sorry, Xenia, you've been kicked out.
Oh, we can see you.
Uh,
So, yeah, what are we looking forward to for vlog number 2 or 3? Technically, isn't it? Vlog number 3. When we start researching.
Is a proper naming system.
I know. Yes. For when we start researching Cecilia. I'm just looking forward to finding out more about her. Like, obviously, we know the basic information that we put on the stories, but just finding out a bit more. I mean, it's probably worth noting we wouldn't have to do more. Like, it's recommended that you do as much research as you feel able to. But as long as you have a basic description of who they are and what they've done and why you want to nominate them, I think it's fine. But I mean, we're all from a
fun.
Yeah, exactly. We're all from a I did history as an undergraduate degree, so I'm like, I want to find out more. So I want to, so that I think we will. I think also, if you're wanting to nominate someone, you probably are quite interested in them and passionate about them.
Yeah.
You want to nominate them in the first place. So I suppose, why not find more out about them? I suppose.
Yeah, especially I don't know you guys, but I find her really interesting, just because the actual subjects she studied are really interesting. Oh, I want to know more astronomy stuff. Oh, we didn't get to learn about her properly at school. It was just, a name drop in the textbook. I want to know what she really did.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be interesting to see how she kind of navigated living in a man's it's still a male-dominated subject. Feels.
Oh,
yeah.
Science.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I was gonna say something very similar, that I'm not the most interested in the kind of STEM subject, sciencey. My brain is not scientific at all, but I do still find it interesting. But for me, it's more the narrative of a woman in a man's world and recognizing her scientific discoveries.
What Xenia said now, physics is still so I did physics A level, which is nothing. But even then, I'm really one of the only 2 girls in the class, and I'm doing physics at a very low level, sort of in a completely different, much more gender equal setting. So what it was for her, a he actual professional physicist back then was wild.
I think it's just really cool talking about women in science in general. I think, as you said, because it's such a traditionally male-dominated sphere, realm of academia. I think it's just really cool just to be recognizing these kind of discoveries and highlighting these really cool women who've done some really cool stuff in their time. Yeah, actually, that was one thing I liked about the research we were doing earlier, finding out that Claudia Jones is in principle in process of being nominated already. She's been nominated and they're in the process of potentially giving her a blue plaque. I was like, yes, because I was like, yay, she's getting one, because I thought she was really cool. That was one good, although we couldn't nominate her, I was very pleased that she's being considered.
Oh no, someone beat us to it.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I can't wait for next week. Got to start filming our vlog.
Yeah.
And I hope everyone else that's been watching has also enjoyed and hasn't got bored with us nattering away for too long.
Okay, I think we can natter for much longer.
And hopefully Xenia's Wi-Fi will be working next week. Let's just say see you all next week.
Yeah. See you all next week.
See you all next week.
See
you next week. My conscience. Oh my god, I can't say the word. What's happened? Conscientious.
Oh, wow,
conscientious. Shush.
Sophie, you've broken my brain.
How do you say it? Conscientious. Oh, it sounds really weird in my head now.
Sophie, you've just ruined that word for me forever.
Conscientious. I can't say it. Oh my gosh. Okay.